Hi, my name is Kelly Cahalan, and I'm currently giving a speech on how to refinance a home or own a home. And this is my lovely audience. Okay, so the reason why we're here today is I'm giving you guys a speech on how to obtain or refinance a home. Basically, there's many individuals who want to own a house. Renting really these days is not the grand thing to do, but if you have to, I understand the reason, and if you want to, I understand the reason. Actually, purchasing a home unfortunately requires a lot more than just wanting to own one. There's a lot of little details that you got to follow. You got to make sure you know credit is good. There's all kinds of stuff that you'll have to go over, but I'm going to basically go over options and types of loans with you that you might want to take a look at. Now, of course, this isn't every single one of them, but this is just a few that I find that would be great for someone in our position of trying to own a home. So the first type of loan is an FHA loan, which FHA stands for the Federal Housing Administration. And the first major requirement for this loan would be a FICO score of 620 or above. Now there are some lenders that will do, lower scores, but generally that's a main requirement of everything. And a FICO score, of course, is a credit score basically letting people know about how you pay your bills and if you're good with your debts. So at least 620. Another major requirement is that on purchasing a home, you have to have 3.5% down, which is the money that you have to have down to obtain that. The last major requirement on purchasing or refinancing would be employment. You would have to be employed. Generally, they like a 2-year, history there, so then that way they can know that you can repay the loan. The next type of loan is the conventional loan. This basically, the major requirement for it, a lot of these lenders would like to see a credit score of 720 or above. Not necessarily that you have to have that, but it's a great idea to get the best rate possible, of course. And that's on refinancing or purchasing. The next major requirement, again, is employment. Not very many lenders these days, probably none that I know of, are willing to give anyone a loan without employment. So got to make sure we do that. Last type of loan that I would suggest to someone in order to refinance or purchase would be a USDA loan. I'm not sure that it would be the greatest idea on a refinance. I'm not sure the whole specifics on that, but it's a great way for purchasing. This is basically designated for rural areas. There's a lot of requirements on this. One of the requirements, of course, would be income household. Whether there's one person on the loan or three, they have to take the whole household income and combine those together and make sure, and it's specific areas. So I couldn't give you an exact amount of what that can't be over, but it's specific areas, and you can look more into that, of course, on the internet, which is a great way to find out stuff about that type of loan. And the last major, requirement would be a credit score of 620 or above. You just need to make sure that your credit is good in order to do a refinance or purchase at any given time. The main thing is the process to buy a home is extensive, but if you have all the requirements met, then it can really be a success. You just really need to do some research. I would say maybe internet. I would say going to mortgage companies like U.S. Lending Group in Columbia, Missouri. That's a great one. And also, it's the loan process would be a little difficult if you don't have these things met. But you would just need to talk to see what you can do to improve your situation to be able to work with people in different situations and lifestyles.